Put your hand in mine. Together we can fly over mountains, rivers, ocean blues, as long as I'm with you. Maybe we could go to a place that no one knows. Fall asleep on the old oak tree, memories of you and me.
The Canon EOS R6 Mark III is here, 3 years on from the very popular and still brilliant EOS R6 Mark II. What's new and how does it handle? Well, we got higher resolution from a new 32.5 megapixel sensor, better in-body image stabilisation, open gate recording, improved autofocus, and up to 7K 60 frames per second raw video. This is a strong addition to Canon's lineup, offering a new choice for hybrid and photo-first creatives above the existing R6 Mark II and below the R5 Mark II.
It's an ideal choice for professionals, semi-professional, advanced amateurs or enthusiasts. It's especially ideal for wildlife photographers, but really this is an all-round camera suitable for most types of photography and video.
I'm Liv and this is Alex, and if you're new to the channel then we're from Wilkinson Cameras. Stick around because we've been busy putting this camera to the test. From portraits in ambient light, to capturing a dancer in full motion, to classic studio portraits and even some wildlife photography. Oh, and also everyday photography and nighttime samples. We've got a ton of sample images and video content for you to see how this really performs in the real world.
But I've got to tell you that these were all filmed with a pre-production beta sample, so we can't zoom into the images and they might not be equal to the final production quality. Canon make us tell you this. But we don't have any concerns, all the images we shot are very good quality.
But before we dive into the review, make sure to hit like, drop a comment with your thoughts on the new camera, and subscribe to our channel. If you're thinking about pre-ordering, check out the links in the description box. We're based in the north of England with plenty of stores staffed by friendly experts who are ready to help you find the perfect gear.
So the R6 Mark III is built on the success of the R6 Mark II, but it's bringing features that are also found in the R5 Mark II. Canon have really listened to feedback from the existing R6 and R6 II users, and they've tried to give you guys the improvements that you've asked for.
The biggest change is a brand new 32.5 megapixel CMOS sensor, providing rich detail and high resolution. This is great because it gives you far more flexibility in cropping compared to the R6 Mark II's 24.2 megapixel sensor, while still providing a good balance of resolution, speed and workflow efficiency. It's actually the same sensor that debuted in the Canon Cinema EOS C50, and as such you're going to see a few similarities on the video specifications.
When I first heard about the higher resolution sensor, I was immediately hooked. I'd literally been out with a friend to do a bit of bird photography with an R6 Mark II the week before the Mark III arrived for testing, and I could have done with a teleconverter on the day. The birds were just a bit further away than my 100 to 500mm lens was allowing me to reach, and a larger resolution sensor would have given me much more to crop into.
The ISO range goes up to 64,000 as standard, and you can actually expand it to 102,400 if you need that extra exposure. The camera handles high ISO performance really well. This shot was taken at ISO 10,000, and while there's a bit of noise, it's impressively controlled for such a high setting. We can't edit the RAW files at the time of this video as the camera doesn't technically exist yet, so they're not supported. So this might be noise reduction processing in camera on the JPEG file, but even so, the results are solid. I'd have actually expected more noise than this in a higher resolution sensor.
Yeah, so would I. The R6 Mark III has pre-continuous shooting, which was first seen in the R1 and the R5 Mark II, and it's a familiar feature in other brands these days as well. This was a godsend for Liv when she was taking images of birds because, well, neither of us are really wildlife photographers. Our reactions are a bit slower and we don't know much about birds or how they move, so this is a great feature for people like us. Pre-continuous shooting starts at about half a second, 20 images at 40 frames per second shooting before you fully press the shutter. And the great thing is that you can assign this feature to a custom button, making it easy to toggle off and on whenever you need.
Like the R6 Mark II, in mechanical shutter you get up to 12 frames per second and 40 frames per second in silent electronic shutter. I use high speed quite a lot when Alex and I were working with the dancer because I wanted to capture all of her movement and also make sure that I get the shot where her toes are pointed, her legs are straight, her head was positioned in the right place and stuff like that.
Yeah, she also left this on without telling me. And because it's a silent shutter and the EVF is blackout free, I accidentally got about 20 shots every time I was trying to take a single portrait of the model.
Yes.
Canon have doubled the buffer size from the R6 Mark II, which gives you 150 raw images in a single burst. In real world terms, this means even more chances to get the crucial shot. On the whole, continuous shooting is very impressive and it's going to help you get the shot every time, especially combined with the newly improved autofocus.
The Mark III features dual pixel CMOS AF2, which is also seen in the R6 Mark II, but it has been improved taking on the AF algorithm from the R5 Mark II for better, more stable tracking. You still have the subject detection options like people, animals, vehicles, and the register people priority is seen in the R5 Mark II and the R1. This allows you to register up to 10 people to prioritise. You just snap a photo of your subject and register them, or you can actually even register them from a photo on the memory card. This is great for busy locations to ensure that you get the right person in focus at all times. We use this quite a lot of the time in other camera brands which also support this.
There's also a new AF tab in the menu where you can register and name up to 6 AF recipes to suit different shooting styles, so you can quickly recall your preferred settings for things like portraits, wildlife, sports, and this makes it quick and easy to switch between genres, which is especially useful for somebody like me, as I tend to shoot a bit of everything, and it means that I don't have to constantly tune my camera every time I go out.
Focusing in low light is also much easier, with the camera able to lock down to -6.5 EV. This came in handy during my visit to Martin Mere. It was a really dull, overcast day, but I felt confident knowing that the camera could still snap into focus even in poor lighting conditions.
And at night time, I found that I could lock onto people and track them without any issues as well.
There's also an option to lock the AF area without tracking, which keeps focus fixed on your chosen point rather than following a subject. This is really handy if you want full control but don't necessarily need subject detection. Whole area tracking servo AF can also be disabled from the AF area settings. You can see in these examples that the AF is incredibly snappy and clings to any bird I intend it to.
So moving on to the ergonomics and connectivity, the R6 Mark III is pretty much identical to the R6 Mark II on the outside, with some very minor changes, which include a slightly altered record button on the top and an S and F, or slow and fast mode option on the mode dial, which we just touch on later. I think this was first seen on the R50V. It's also got a full-sized HDMI, a CF Express Type B alongside the SD card slot, and these are great upgrades from the R6 Mark II because it means that you can get faster buffering from the Type B cards and more external recording options with the full-sized HDMI.
For ports, the R6 Mark III has a mic and headphone jack, an E3 type terminal, USB-C for charging and a full HDMI. The R6 Mark III has next generation seamless connectivity with 5 GHz Wi-Fi and Bluetooth 5.1, so plenty of options and fast connection to smartphones and tablets via the Canon Camera Connect app. It also has UVC support up to 4K 60 frames per second, meaning your camera can stream or output video directly over USB, no capture card or extra software needed, and do so at ultra high resolution and frame rate. When streaming at full HD 60 frames per second, you can also power the camera via USB as well, so you've got constant power for longer streaming options without having to use a power coupler.
And speaking of power, we know that the BG R20 battery grip from the R5 II is going to be compatible with this camera as well. So if you prefer the form factor or the extended power a grip offers, you're going to be covered here. And if you already happen to own the BG R20 EP grip with the Ethernet port, you can use this too, but do note that the Ethernet port won't be functional. Sadly though, we know that the CF R20 EP cooling fan grip from the R5 II will not be compatible with the R6 III. And speaking of batteries, the R6 Mark III takes the same LPE6P battery as the R5 II, but do note that this is a higher capacity battery compared to the older LPE6NH. You can still use the older battery in the Mark III, but it's not going to last as long and some of the higher frame rates will be restricted.
Handling wise, if you've used the R6 II, then this is going to feel right at home in your hand. The built-in grip feels nice in the hand and well balanced, with various different lenses mounted onto the camera as well. There's a multifunction hot shoe on the top for external flashes or microphones. The EVF and LCD screen is the same size and resolution as the R6 Mark II, so 0.5-inch OLED 3.69 million dot EVF and a 3-inch 1.62 million dot Clearview LCD 2 monitor. The screen fully articulates so you can film or shoot from all angles. We didn't have the sunniest of days when we used this outside, but it performed well in conditions that we used it in.
Yeah, it really did. The Mark III is a few grams heavier than the Mark II, weighing in at 609 grams, but you can't tell, the difference is minor. The overall handling of this camera is pretty standard. It does the job, it's well balanced. What more could you want? For customization, there's a newly designed customizable control menu, the same as found in the R5 II, which makes it easier to really fine-tune your shooting style.
As we've come to expect on new camera releases, there is a dedicated video mode, entirely separate from your stills mode. Canon say this is a stills first hybrid camera, but wow, it packs an absolute punch in video specs, and I kind of feel that this is a little bit of an oversight. For a start, we've got open gate recording like we saw on the C50. This means the camera captures the full sensor, giving you plenty of flexibility for different outputs, whether that's 9x16 vertical for social media or 16x9 landscape for things like YouTube, and that extra room really gives you more creative freedom. You can shoot open gate at 7K 30 frames per second in MP4 or RAW recording on a stills first camera, but it doesn't stop there. You also get 7K 60 frames per second RAW without open gate, 4K up to 120p, 2K and full HD at up to 180p, and oversampled 4K at up to 60 frames per second.
When I first heard the video specs, I thought, great, but this is a stills first camera, this is going to overheat, right? There's no active cooling on the camera, there's no built-in fans, and it's not compatible with the cooling grip. Canon actually claim that you can record 4K 30 oversampled from 7K for over 2 hours.
And I actually spent a full day recording 4K 100 frames per second, 7K 60 and 7K open gate with full IAF and IBIS on and didn't experience any overheating. Now, okay, it was October in the north of England, not the south of France in the middle of summer, but I've used this camera exactly how it's intended as a portrait videographer myself, and it handled it brilliantly. I'm really intrigued to see how others find this performs in warmer conditions. But back to RAW recording, you can record ProRes RAW to Atomos via the full-size HDMI at 7K 30p or 4.3K 60p if crop mode is enabled. This gives you a ton of flexibility with recording formats. Something I always make sure to do when filming in higher codecs is record proxies. This lets you edit smoothly without your computer completely melting down. You can, of course, create proxies in post, but recording them in camera saves that extra step and keeps your workflow much faster.
The R6 Mark III records in C-Log 2 and C-Log 3, similar to Canon's new C50 camera. Filming in C-Log gives you a lot more dynamic range, which gives you more flexibility with highlights and shadows when colour grading in post. So when Liv was using it in Manchester, the lighting was awful. It was so flat that it was not giving us anything. So the completely white cloudy skies would have been a problem. But because Liv chose to film in C-Log 2, it gives the most dynamic range, and it's meant that she can pull back the highlights while still pushing the shadows, and has saved the video effectively. And as you can see in the samples, this worked very well. A handy tip as well is to shoot at your base ISO, which for C-Log 2 is ISO 800 for the cleanest results. There's also 4-channel audio in camera as well as 2. We used a combination of in-camera 4-channel recording and external mics on the day. Canon have also included simultaneous framing for multiple outputs, so 2 aspect markers that can be displayed simultaneously. This is great when shooting in open gate especially, because you can frame for both 9:16 and 16:9 in one shot. And of course you've got things like zebras and other now standard video features to make video recording to professional standards even easier.
A new and interesting video feature is the introduction of the S and F, or slow and fast mode. You enter this using the mode dial, and it's a way of really simplifying capturing slow motion or fast motion footage. It makes it much easier for non-video shooters to understand how to capture that sexy slow motion footage and plays it back in slow motion. I think this is a great addition to this camera where maybe your video interest or knowledge is perhaps not on the same level as your stills knowledge.
Yeah, absolutely. But does all of this come at a price? Well, yes. But we think Canon have got the price right here, although I'm sure you're going to let us know in the comments if you disagree. At launch, the body is going to come in at $2,799 with the RF 24-105 STM lens, that will be $3,149, and with the RF 24-105 f4L lens, that's going to be $3,899.
Now, when the R6 Mark II launched, this launched at the exact same price of £2,799 for the body. That's 3 years ago, and a lot has changed in that time. I think this is a fair price for a refreshed model with a brand new sensor and some serious video improvements.
Who's buying the EOS R Mark III? Who is this camera aimed at? Well, it's aimed at somebody like me, who predominantly still is a stills photographer, but with some interest in video and who wants to learn and shoot more video in the future. Somebody who wants an all-round camera that does a bit of everything really well. A tool that I can use professionally, but where the file sizes don't break my computer, and where the price is a bit kinder to my bank account, so I can afford more lenses to suit my wider range of subjects.
It's perfect for people who want that mid-range resolution, balancing low light performance with detail and the ability to crop into the image. It's an ideal step up from the EOS R7 to a full frame model, or from the original EOS R6 or EOS R or RP, where you're going to see huge leaps in performance and image quality. If you're still using the EOS 5D Mark IV DSLR, you should be looking at this too.
Absolutely. Where you might struggle to justify the upgrade though is if you currently own an R6 Mark II, because this is still a great camera. It's still got great autofocus and impressive image results. You're only going to want to upgrade if you often find yourself wanting that higher resolution sensor, or if you want the enhanced video features that the R6 III offers.
We've been really impressed with the results for action, wildlife, studio work and video. It's a great all-rounder, balancing high resolution, speed and video, as well as the price. I still can't get over the video specifications.
No, it's a great camera, it really is. But is it the camera for you? Did Canon get it right? Do you want more from the EOS R6 Mark III? Let us know.
In fact, if you have any questions about the camera or any of the content seen in this video, then pop a comment below. Also, don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel for more reviews like this. We have also reviewed the new RF 45mm f1.2 SDM prime lens in a completely separate video, so I'll pop the links to that in the description box below.
And if you're in the UK and you want to buy the R6 Mark III, then please buy it from us at Wilkinson Cameras. We're a privately owned camera retailer. We're based in the north of England, but you can shop online or at one of our high street stores if you're in the northwest.
Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.